Hello everyone, this is your guide to choosing a wooden Sopranino recorder. Whether you want to sound smooth and mellow or you want to carry over an orchestra, me and my 15 recorders are going to get you sorted out. This video is part of Recorder 31 at the Early Music Shop. They have lent me this giant case of Sopraninos to try out with you. So all your questions about which wood, which model, what do I need? Let's get into it. The Sopranino is in F and this is its lowest note. We have recorders from Küng, from Moeck, from Mollenhauer and from Aura. These are all quality recorders. The tuning will be good, the response, the sound. So I'm going to try my best to describe my impressions and hopefully that can help you make a decision. Let's start with Küng. Küng recorders are known for taking a bit more air and for having a bigger sound than some of their market competitors. The funny thing is that on the Sopranino, this translates to actually a kind of richer, broader sound rather than a piercing tone. I'll be honest, I was expecting the Küng recorders to be really kind of piercing and almost harsh, and that's not the case. The design of them looks a little bit squat, for want of a better word, and that actually gives this kind of nice broad tone. I can feel all the harmonics in it. That is our hard grenadilla, and if I compare it to a soft maple, so the words I'd use for the Küngs are broad and resonant. Now, here's the thing with recorder woods. We usually say that the harder the wood, the brighter the sound. But let's face it, these are Sopraninos. They all sound pretty bright. The good news is, if you're based in the UK, the Early Music Shop can send you up to 3 recorders to try on approval. And if you're not in the UK, they are staffed with experts who can listen to what you want from your sound and help you choose an instrument. Next up, we have the Moecks. These are mainstays of classical recorder playing. I'm going to compare their boxwood and grenadilla recorders from their Rottenburgh range, and this is their concert standard range. Beautiful. I would describe this sound as clear and carrying. So if you are in an ensemble or a setting where you want to be heard, this sound will pierce beautifully like the sunlight through the clouds. The Moecks, for my feeling, have a little bit more of a straightforward tone than the Küng recorders, so it depends what you want. And it's important to note that a lot of these makers have different models. At Moeck, you've got the Rottenburgs, which are a higher price point. And then you've got your more affordable price point, which is the Rondo series. Just going to give you a little play of this. What does it mean if it's at a lower price point? It's cheaper. The sound for me is slightly less refined. It's not as kind of clear and pure and straight through. But maybe you like that. For me, it's a little bit more of a woolly, a textured sound. But actually, on a Sopranino, this translates to it being a bit more mellow. And in fact, my first wooden recorder was a Moeck Ronda. Next up, we have Mollenhauer. Look at this, it's like I'm holding a bouquet of flowers. We have all of these different woods. So let me tell you about wood. The lighter woods tend to be less dense. So we've got a pearwood. Next up we have boxwood. Denser still is our palisander, and then the densest is the grenadilla. My dear lovely musicians, I want to stop you here. The wood often matters less than we think. Certain woods are associated with certain sound qualities, but that's not the end of the story. Ultimately, it's the player that produces the sound. Having said that, your darker woods tend to produce a bit of a brighter sound than your lighter woods. And just to illustrate my point, I'm going to swap between these two recorders, both in boxwood, and you'll hear that they are quite different. This one has a more mellow sound than this one. Huh. From what I hear today, the Mollenhauer sopraninos have a little bit of a sweeter sound. I think if I was looking for a sopranino that was sweet, mellow, felt a bit softer, then the Mollenhauers are a very nice choice. Then we have two recorders by Aura. Aura, they are a Dutch make. I've got one in boxwood and grenadilla. Wow! I was not expecting this. The Auras for me have the biggest sound. So if I was standing with a recorder orchestra, or if I was playing a concerto and I want something beefy that would really soar above, these are great. So again, all of these recorders, I give my stamp of approval. Why don't I take a grenadilla of each? And then we see if you feel a difference there. And there's not very much difference in price between these grenadilla ones at all. Küng. Moeck. Mollenhauer. Aura. I love how I tried to play the same thing and I got 4 different melodies. As I was playing those grenadilla recorders, I purposely didn't say, this one's resonant, this one's clear, this one's bright, because I didn't want to influence how you were listening. But I'm going to go through and play the lighter wood ones now, and I am going to give a little bit of an opinion. I find the Küng broad and resonant. I find the Moeck clear, piercing and bright. The Mollenhauer I feel sweeter and more mellow, and again that narrower sound. And the vibrant Aura, this needs a bit more air, and I find it to be a more open sound. So my lovely musicians, I hope this was useful, the guide to buying your first sopranino. If in doubt, please contact the Early Music Shop. The wonderful Finn Collison is an expert and he can advise you. And do check out Recorder 31 on the Early Music Shop profiles. Recorder posts, interviews, goodies every day of August. All links below. As always, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face down here. Over here to Team Recorder Patreon, where you can support the channel. And here's a guide to the history and the repertoire of the Sopranino. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye!